the waiting room, the waiting realm. Why would I even help? Because I can only inspire. I can only inspire. I cannot help, because the only real help and the only real healing is self-healing. Yeah, maybe other people can also help. And it's only about myself. It's only about yourself. But I like to talk in I messages, because I messages help to understand, overstand myself. Because that's only myself, right? It's only myself. It's nothing else. And I know a lot. I know a lot. You know a lot. Right? So you see this here? It's how beautiful the sky is. So it's the waiting room of human mankind. Be kind to myself. I'll be kind to myself, because if I'm kind to myself, I wait. And yeah, it's connected to, oh, the devil, the two horns, right? I'm also God, the creator. I've done everything here. Everything. Good evening, Tom. What's up, man? I'm the devil and the God, probably, and I'm nothing and everything. So but now enough from this esoteric knowledge here. It's from my experience, we're all the same, and we're all not the same. So that means I see myself as a mirror and reflection of the personas I am surrounding myself with. So, and I also see, here we have some more stars, right? We get some more stars because everybody's a star system, universe, cosmos. But the real thing, or the thing for me, is we're all waiting. And yeah, we can play this game of waiting is connected to weight, which is around our waist. So we have to wait in order to create our reality. And this is connected to density and buoyancy, and to our diets. And we can switch up our diets. We can change the way we eat. We can change the way we alchemically ingest things. But it's not only the things we ingest. I take everybody's shit. If they offer it to me, I say thank you. And I move on, because I focus on my mind. I focus on what I speak. I focus on what I do. So, but still everybody's in this waiting room. Everybody's waiting here for their ascension, for their moving up or down, whatever. Everybody's waiting. Waiting for what? Yeah, we are the creators, but even that, right? I'm the creator. Okay, fine. I'm the creator. So I realized I create everything around me, and I realized I was doing everything. Do I like it or do I don't like it? I don't actually care too much about that because it's I know it's myself is doing everything, but at the same time, it's the attaching of the mind to certain things, right? So the only things that I can do, because I tried to help, and I tried to help so many people, like in real life, online, put out what I know for free for everybody. And in the end, I see myself spiraling like the stars here in the same freaking universe as it has always been. This is why we probably say nothing new under the sun, or probably like even out of the sun and the moon and all the star systems. I've shown you this, right? You want to see it again? You want to see it again? I'll show you. I'll show you. So it's for you two who are here, because it's very powerful and you probably deserve it to see it. And no, it has nothing to do with Nazis or whatever. Nothing. But from my point of view, this is for the Falloon is way more powerful than I could even try to explain. But I like to make it like, you know, to just show it. I show it to you because I think it's valuable, and I think it can help so many people out. It can help people out to realize the self-created lies we have all been seeing for ourselves, basically. Right? So, I can only inspire. And everybody's inspiring all the time. Basically, everybody's inspiring, and but like nothing's really changing. What is changing though? The waiting room. So I'm just sitting here thinking. No, I'm just sitting here. After it's all been said and done, you know, like, of course, like all the things that I put in front of me are a mirroring process of myself. So everything that I consume and everything that I see is myself. Every person that I see is another reflection of myself. So I know how to see these things, but where is it that I want to go? I think like maybe it's also for somebody else, but it's for the whole humanity. Where do we go? Nobody really knows. We all have certain ideas, and I think some movements might help. Some spiritual aspects might help. For example, reading books which are inspiring. But certainly I know I am the book myself. I create my own story. I create what I have been written down in my own plan. Yeah, and still like maybe I'm not even helping people anymore. I don't know. And why would I even help? Like, because I know I can only inspire. Like I've putting out everything that I know. I was making myself completely naked. So now it's probably time to invest in myself to see, okay, where do I want to go? But it's because I know for certain that it's not stopping. It's ever continuing. It's ever spiraling. It's not stopping. It doesn't matter what we do. It's a journey. It's about the experience. I know this. It's about the experience. It's about going through these things and gaining more experience with stuff. But I know it's never ending. I know my alchemy. I know what is good for me. I work with my shadows. I work with my attachments. I move on, and then I still figure out in the end I could attach myself to so many different things. I want to learn this. I want to learn that. It's a rabbit hole. It's a maze game. It's a spiraling of myself, just spinning around myself all the time. And I can I can go and distract myself from myself and go into different things to numb myself down or to see different aspects of life. But still, that's not, if I have seen truth, my truth, because it's only my truth, it still stays all freaking same. It stays all the same. And yeah, I can have different mirrors, different layouts, different rooms, different people, different areas that I'm in, different practices, but it all stays the same. It all stays the same. I don't know what I should do here anymore, because I've been telling people the like, for example, yesterday in a live stream, over this whole years that I've been doing YouTube, and even before, I was, and I am a very truthful being. It's not about like, should I extract more money out of the system? Is it about that? Should I do this? Should I go out and extract more money out of the system for selfish reasons, and then I can buy myself more shit to think that I'm more happy if I know the truth thing? What should then, that's probably the funny part of seeing truth. So if you see truth, you don't basically know like what to do with it then. And even if you practice it then, like, what is it that I should do? Because there's nothing new under the sun. Like for me, and that's only for me and from my experience, like I said, and I don't want to put it into falsity. This is why I try to not speak too much about it. Guiding the voyage, guiding the journey through the waiting room is, for me, again, I show you, because we have different things here. 1, 2, 3, let's go. There we go. The falloon. But I don't know. What, like, okay, I gain more experience with things, and is it about to be happy? Is it about to be sad? Like, from my experience, it's also attachment. If I'm like, I want to be happy all the time, I want to be sad, I want to be this, I want to be that. Feelings. Yeah, it's an so interesting phenomena. Life. It's called life. It's, like I said, it's a waiting room. From my experience, it's a waiting room. But wait for what? For what should I wait? It's very, yeah. What should I say? What should I do? What should I inspire myself with? Yeah, I should, like, I'm sometimes a freaking lazy asshole. I know my shadows. I know that, but I'm open to it and I'm open with it. So, should I focus on my studying and to move on then to create? Like, still, it's a waiting room. It's a waiting room. Yeah, you're weighted down because of the food that you eat. Yeah, I notice. I know myself. I'm just seeing that as tools, and even then, like, if I'm telling you, I was dreaming tonight about Elitum El Amin, right? This probably one of the only real breatharians in this realm. Probably. But and I was going through different doors and different portals to this night. I was walking through that, and it's also probably connected to the outer rings of this realm, where we have maybe different energy bodies. So the most important thing is probably what we do here, because it affects our energy bodies in the other realms. But so, like, it's a journey, and like I said, I think nobody really knows. Maybe there are a few beings that know what's going to happen then, but most human beings are so, like, non-tolerant, and they think they know it all. I know for certain that the stuff I'm talking about has like a lot of value. At the same time, it's nothing. It's nothing. Because if I try to decode language, for example, Google something in Chinese symbols and signs. If you're not from that area, you don't understand nothing. Nothing. It's all symbols that you cannot decode. And like, most people cannot even, like, and I'm not saying that I'm pro in that. I can work a bit with spelling and language and seeing letters as symbols and disconnecting them from their original sound and seeing them as an image, an imagination of myself in Magick Nation, because I am the magician of my own reality, the wizard who is creating his or her own reality. But, like, we're all waiting for what? Waiting for what? For what? What is it that we should do? Yeah, create more happiness, create more love. Okay, we can do that. And then, yeah, it's about the moment. Okay, it's about the experience. Yeah, okay. But, like, we can go into different realms and different astral bodies. Yeah, okay. But even like that, yeah, if you don't have like this perfect diet, if you don't free yourself from your weight, of course you have to wait. And it's about, what you can do as a breatharian at traveling to different realms and different areas, and you can do everything with your mind. You can move objects and everything. Yeah, okay, we can probably do that, and that's probably one of the original states of human beings. But even that, like, I'm not like after these practices and be like, I have to develop this practice so I can show off or I can do these things. Because, like, again, I'm not talking too much about it. If you read the Tsuan Falun about these, wait a minute. One moment, please. Because if you develop certain cultivation skills or abilities or capabilities because of the cultivation, Falun Gong Falun Dafa, if you develop certain skills, for example, you can go to different realms. It's if you strive these skills, if you strive these things, they will probably not develop as they could probably develop inside of yourself. Also, it's not about, and that will be also attachment, it's not about I want to have this certain skill, because this skill then never will probably develop as much as it could probably develop. And also you become very attached to that skill, and you try to develop that skill to be like, yeah, now I can do this, or I can show off, or even if I only do it for myself, I do it for myself. But yeah, so, like, I don't know. Like, you see, yeah, then you still sit here in your avatar in this realm and you wonder what this whole thing is about. Oh, that's interesting what you're writing there, Metatherino. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. Um, yeah, make the sacrifice, and it's skid. What's skid? S sid sid to sid sit to sid maybe to just sit. Suicide. Oh fuck! I was thinking also about that. I'm getting like kind of goosebumps. Sid. Spiritual suicide. I don't know because it's yeah. I was like, it sounds very like because I don't want you. Um, I don't know. Yeah, is it suicide? But spiritual suicide. I mean, like, yeah. What should we do here anymore if we realize certain things? Because basically, most most things are pretty upside down here, and to get out of the maze run is suicide. Yeah, like, okay, to be open about it, thinking about suicide, and we talk about this, but if probably one would kill himself, if I would kill myself, I would probably leave a lot more negative substances here because there are people, there are like real people in my reality, and also like people blackmailing that that have probably like all connections to me, like maybe also then okay, attachments, emotions, whatever, but um I would leave them in a lot of pain, in a lot of pain to and yeah, pain is also maybe good because pain is something that create the more of the pressure, and if there's putting more pressure onto someone, um the diamond is created better also maybe, but yeah. Make the sacrifice. Like, okay, now I don't really think, like it's also like, is it strength or is it weakness? Is it strength or weakness? I would say probably it's more of a weakness because it's a shortcut. It might work if we would say, okay, we might kill ourselves. I probably also considered that, but it's not like that would like, okay, then, because nobody really knows what's going to happen then. Everybody has a clue, but it's not that it's that's beneficial to the whole thing. And then yeah, we can argue, okay, I'm the whole thing, I'm everything, I'm creating everything. But nah. Hmm. Yeah, interesting what you're saying, Mezzoterreno. But yeah, like okay, we can let's talk about time because I think the value of time is important in this one. Um, time if we have the word time, we emit time, right? So that means because if we have the word time, well, first of all, why we use English because it's angelish. It's the English is the language of the angels. That's why it's called angelish. Well, at least like maybe I'm just a freaking crazy dude who's talking about weird shit, but I don't know. But let's say English is angelish. So this is why we use English in the first place. Now, I the time is created from my own pole. Time is created from myself because I can speed up time and I can slow down time via my own blood alchemy, via the things that I ingest. So it's important what I ingest, but certainly it's not important because if I get attached to certain deities and deities, I think I need these certain things in order to do something. But that's actually not true because I'm everything and nothing. But the thing and the funny part is, if I realize this, then like what is there to do? Okay, help other people out to realize themselves because I can only inspire. Is it then helpful to say I kill myself and I do commit suicide? No, because like I said, we can extend and compress time. So that will be a shortcut. The suicide will be a shortcut. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to handle this pressure anymore. I quit. I use the shortcut of the suicide, which would be in my imagination, it would be weakness. Is it about being strong or being weak? Well, basically, it's the same. But yeah, I mean, if one commits then suicide, one commits suicide. Do I recommend that? No, of course not. I would say, yeah, sure, we hear from for the experience, and if we can stretch out the time, then we can also stretch out the experience. Is it better or is it worse? Well, we can have like a lot of experience compressed in one single thing, and we can also extend that to like a longer period of time. But like you see all these little stars over here, like they're all like universes, like little particles, right? In every particle there's a universe. And yeah, the universe is what I speak, the universe is what I do, the universe is what I see. And I know for certain that I have to integrate the things and I have to put them into reality what I do. Because this is how I move on. And it's a journey because it's never ending. It's never ending. Okay, sometime probably we all will die, and then somebody else will get reborn, and maybe humanity gets into a new. Maybe humanity gets shut down again, and then the whole thing is redeveloping, and then we can talk about the reptilian race and whatever, and conspiracy theories. I think, well, okay, let's talk about reptilians. Reptilians are probably only connected to the reptilian brain part of human beings because they're not a mushroom. Everybody's like basically a mushroom. Everybody has more room capacity onto and into themselves. And it's about connecting different dots and connecting different points in one's own brain to create their being. But most people's brains is not connected. I know with the supplements that I take and everything that I do with my alchemy, I connect a lot of dots. And this is why I jump sometimes from place to place, because my brain is very connected. So then we can talk about reptilians and aliens, which I don't know, maybe they exist. Maybe they're real aliens from different planets. But maybe they're just human beings who have not the capacity, or they have not learned to use their whole thing, to use their whole brain, and to connect their whole brain. So they're using only the fight or flight mode from their brain, which is then called being a reptilian. So you become a reptilian if you use only the fight or flight mode. So you're very in the lowest chakras, which is not good, not bad. It's just, yeah, you take care about your basic needs. It's good, right? I can also take care of my higher needs, and I'm like in the spiritual realm and be like, oh, I'm flying up and blah blah blah. I can use, and I think it's about, for me, I'm speaking only about my experience. It's about bringing these things together to get there. So I fuse the higher chakras with the lower chakras, and then we have the love to evolve in the middle of the green chakra. So we have also green stars. We can talk about maybe why sometimes weed, Mary Jane, is so beneficial, because it's green. It's opening up probably one's empathy, the empath, the path of the mother nature. If we walk then the path of Mother Nature, and people are like, okay, we have to only be with Mother Nature, and everything which is not straight out of nature is very bad. That's not true, because everything, even the industry, is coming from where? It's coming from nature. Of course, it's not as close to the original source as probably the tree or the apple might be, but still the industry comes out of nature. So that means it's part of the Ouroboros, it's part of the whole thing. So why would we then say it's not important? It's not like part of the bigger picture. And that's why I also try to be open about the things that then people offer to me, even if it's not coming straight from nature. I just take it, right? I do it, I take it, and I move on. But it's like, okay, again, what's the purpose here? What's the purpose? Is it the purpose for only generating the experience for the overmind? Because we are, from my point of view, all experience generators for the overmind. So we push and pull and have our own experience, and our film, our movie, we push our own movie, and then the overmind, someday, somehow, when, the overmind can tap into one specific movie that we or I was generating, or you were generating, and then they can rewind the whole thing and be like, okay, now we have this certain experience at this specific time, because then the overmind can tap into that and see it from that perspective. Is it about that? What is it all about? Why are we even here? And humanity is like trying to figure that out like forever. Still nobody knows. Okay, I don't, like I said, and this is probably how one can help, how I can help myself the most, if I just appreciate the things which are offered to me. If I just appreciate what is happening, I go with the flow, because I don't know anything. I can only speak from my experience, which is very narrowed, because yeah, my experience is very narrowed. So yeah, I can only inspire with the things I do, with the things I've really always done. And trying to go into the next spiral, trying to go into the next aspect of myself and redevelop myself and see, okay, maybe human beings need work capacities. Probably human beings need a specific task. Of course, I know I can just sit there and do nothing, think about everything and whatever. But okay, then we participate more on the matrix. We participate more on the system. But is that benefiting someone? Yeah, maybe. It's this whole thing is like, I think the higher we get into ourselves, the more ridiculous the whole thing becomes. Because you start to see the craziness of things. Everybody's after themselves and be like, I need more substance of this. I need more material things. I need more of that. And in the end, people realize, oh, fuck shit. I was harming so many people with the things because I was trying to get these things. I was trying to get my own needs. Then people get like into maybe themselves. People get into fasting, or people get into distilling themselves down. People are like, oh, this is the thing. Because people start to see this whole spiritual aspect. People come down from it and be like, okay, now that was an interesting part, but well, now what's the purpose? This is kind of where I am now. Like, okay, we have to move on. We have to like keep on pushing. But then we are on the spiral again. Like, okay, well, how can I integrate and try to move on without harming as less people as I can? And I still, like, I cannot satisfy everybody. I try to walk my way. I try to walk my Tao. I try to climb my ladder. And it's like I said, it's a maze run. It's a labyrinth. Because everybody thinks they figured out. Nobody knows real shit. Nobody knows how it works. Everybody's just speaking from their own experience. And I'm not saying that the things I do are working for you. Maybe they're inspirational. Why do I black mirror myself here on the live stream? Because I feel like it. And I always wanted to do that, so I just do it. And if I can only tell you, if you feel like you want to do something, go out and do it. And of course, the beginning part is never easy. Never. But again, like what is it all about? What is it all about? There are both a labyrinth and a spiral inside our ears. Yeah. The human body is the perfect vessel for the aliens to get into. It's the perfect vessel. And this is why most people, if I would speak about that, like most people would be like, oh, you're a freaking conspiracy theorist. Yeah, and I accept these aliens, parasites, pair of sides that split people up. I'm aware of them. I integrate them into my life and I move on. I'm aware of this. And I'm moving on. Because they can't harm me. But most parasites, aliens, are hurting people. And they don't even realize it. And if I would tell them, they would tell me probably I'm mentally ill and I should visit a psychologist. They don't see it. They're like walking around with their crippled spine, walking around with their like glasses, probably walking around with their, oh, I have to eat this and that, with all of their attachments, and then they try to tell me something about health. which is a byproduct of your inner environment. Most people don't even like have a healthy avatar to begin with, which is a foundation. That's the foundation for the next chapter. Like, are they even like real humans out there? A real human would be probably someone who is capable naturally of having like all of these abilities but not caring about them. And I'm saying for myself that I'm not like even on this path. And like, from my point of view, maybe there's only like Elitum Elamine who might be like as pure if we would need to be that pure. Or like there are a lot of people in this cultivation practice of Falun Gong Falun Dafa. Probably they're living like a lot of Taoists and Taoists in the mountains that we don't even know about, because they are like, okay, like, stop this whole maze run that society is into, because that's all very, very crazy and it's not the real and true thing. And of course, I know that I'm speaking only about out of the rabbit hole that I put myself into. But I would say probably out of this crazy YouTube, which is my tube, because I'm speaking out of my own tubes from my body, it's one of the most truthful things, because I haven't seen as many people who are talking about the purity of someone, or maybe it's not even about that. Maybe someone is like eating, I don't know, 12 cheeseburgers a day and they're operating on a very high capacity. Maybe not. I don't know. So maybe it's a good idea to stop these live streams, or maybe I'm just addicted to YouTube. Maybe I'm addicted to that shit here. I mean, how these little organs are called metaterreno. The closer you get to the center of the ear spiral, cochlea, the lower frequencies one can hear. Like those below delta, you know. Attached to that clochea, there's a 3-axis design like XXX, which is related to the balance of the body. Yeah, I mean, okay, now, but then we can also talk about how to purify the ear, which is very easy, because we basically just put urine into the ear, and then we should probably get all of these bad things out of there. And we just probably need light, which then gets into sun gazing or getting out into sun. If we cannot do it, we just ingest like a lot of vitamin D drops, liquids. And I'm doing that every day. So I basically have my light intake, right? I have my light intake for sure. I have my light intake. And I put like, basically I do the shatkarmas, which means putting urine into my eyes, my nose, my ears, and drinking it like literally every day. And then it's about like opening up the whole system, so the whole blood system can basically run. So then that would be like, okay, we ingest, for example, an OPC, grapeseed extract, or L-arginine, L-citrulline, because it's opening up the blood vessel system. So I would say, and it's not about, ooh, look at me because I'm so great. There are a lot of people who are probably doing it, but or just don't talk about it. But okay, I think that I have a pretty good, like, healthy avatar or foundation. Okay, maybe my mind is like sometimes very extreme. I know this, but this is how I am. I appreciate that. So yeah, what's to come? It's like this whole Corona thing, and Maybe the human mind just, oh, I just need more tests to operate onto with. I don't know. Yeah, probably the human mind just needs tasks to operate with, because if I have too much time to do, like for example YouTube, I get into these rabbit holes, which are probably very truthful. But yeah, I'm like, and I'm sometimes, like I'm also thinking like, okay, some people tell me, hey, Jan, you helped me like a lot, and you've been inspiring me, but is that really the goal? Because I just remind you of something which is already inside of you. So sooner or later, this will probably come up also for yourself. So why should I then do it? What should I do? But should I then just sit there in silent meditation? I just need sometimes a venture to talk with shit. It's like, maybe it's true. I have to visit the psychologist. I don't know. I don't know. But I think I'm pretty, like, not to show off. It's not about showing off or to tell you I'm so great. But I would say I know for certain that my thoughts and the things I do and the things I put together are pretty damn brilliant. Like, wouldn't you say that also? And it's not about that you have to tell me now like that I am brilliant. But yeah. I'm probably operating from the dark more. I should operate from the dark more, like a ninja or a chameleon. I'm just adapting to society and thinking my own things in my mind. And just, like, it's like a turtle, like Ninja Turtle. Funny enough, the dojo where I'm in has a lot to do with ninjas, and I've been there for a long time, for a reason probably. And my girl told me I'm like a turtle for her. So I put things together, right? Turtles, ninjas, Ninja Turtles, and adapting like a chameleon. Try to not to be too offensive with someone, or too open, maybe. You're not crazy alone. Yeah, so I'm crazy probably. I'm crazy horse, maybe. I'm crazy. I'm like crazy. What's crazy? Craving? Craving? Craze? To craze? Craze, why? Why craze? Why craze? Craze, maze, sea race. Craze. The craze is also a wave. So the craze, eyes, craze maze, craze maze. Can you even spell? Most people cannot even spell. That's the thing. It's nice hearing your existentialism. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, Metaterino. I was saying that because K-rays. Oh, K-rays. K-rays. Crown rays. Corona rays. Yeah, this whole Corona thing is about elevating one's own rays, one's own spirituality, my own capacity, my own emittings of gamma rays and whatever. So this is probably why it's getting now more crazy, but we just become more aware of the things which are around us. I also, like jump from this is why I jump from topic to topic, because like I said, my brain is basically like a mushroom, like a more room. It's very much connected to a lot of things, and I just speak my imagination. I don't like I was there, and I was, like, I'm in fear. I'm thinking, would this ever be, would this ever come back to me and influence me in a bad way? And then I figure out, like, this is my own fear holding me back. This is my own fear who's telling me that I shouldn't do certain things because I think that this will narrow myself. And this isn't narrowing myself. This is just speaking and being open. And everybody should have the right, the whole, to speak one's own mind. Speak your mind. And there's no thing which would ever come to you or come to me and tell you should not speak your mind. That's free. We are the creators. We are the creative beings. We create this realm. This realm looks exactly the way it looks because we have done this. Still doing that. So we create through mind. Language is a denser version of mind. And then we put that with our hands into reality. We reach up for the stars. You see that? We reach up for the stars. We grab the stars, pull them into densified matter, and there you have it. Then it goes back down. And it's like, this is why the still waters is so much good working. This is why it's so powerful. The still waters, and this is why we realize we are the water distills ourselves. This is why Shivambu Kalpa is helping so much, because it's the looping process of consciousness. And the water distiller is the same. I'm the water distiller. I'm the alchemical lab. So are you. So is everyone. I'm not better than you. I just maybe know certain things that you don't know, and you know certain things that I don't know. So we can talk, and we can share, and we can inspire. And then we can learn, and then we can self-heal, because we know certain things that we haven't known before, because we are exchanging minds. And then we can grow like a tree out of this for ourselves. So every healing is basically self-healing. It's just that we integrate certain things we haven't known before. So this is why it does make really sense to spend currency on a mirror, which is called then a psychologist. So maybe it's helpful because the psychologist gives me another mirror, which is then inspiring me in some certain way to do things differently. But this is for everything. This is for objects. This is for other people. This is for virtual people in virtual reality. This is for real people in reality. It's the same. It's for black mirroring or white mirroring or clean mirroring. Use light body cultivation. Jan, you are perfect. Stay as the light even in the dark. Be addicted to nothing but yourself. Your experiences, your truth, purpose shines through. Thank you. I really much appreciate that. And very happy for all of you because you mirror me something back that I sometimes forget. I'm like, hi, okay, I've been there also. And I've said that, you know, I probably do this for forever. I don't know. But like, it's okay, it's the seasons, right? You'll see that, okay, now you make me shine. Thank you. Thank you. But it's the seasons. It's the seasons. Because look into nature. We take a look into nature. We take a look into the mirror, right? The seasons. Now the seasons give us the exact thing which is happening on a bigger scale over here, or it's also happening on one specific day. Stay in night. So that means it's also happening in even a shorter period, in a moment, in an eye blink. So light and darkness, right? Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm depressed. I'm in the rest mode. And sometimes I'm like, I want to do everything. I can rule the world with the shit and stuff that I know and do. Because I have a Kundalini awakening. And I know everything how it works. And it's like, fuck no, I know nothing. Shit. What have I done to myself? I'm creating this diary for myself. And I'm being inspiring for all of you. Because we keep reminding ourselves to something that we haven't realized before. So the main thing I also wanted to talk about is figure out your routine and do more of the things that are good for you. You know, everybody's like, oh shit, this shit is working like this shit is working like that, I'm not happy, blah, blah, blah. Well, remember or write down, because this is a more densified version of your mind. Write down what's good for you. And then do more of the things that are good for you. And then just more of the things that are good for you. I know what's good for me. I know my alchemy. And sometimes I'm like, am I addicted to these things? Should I cut them back? And I realize, okay, no, but no, they're good for me. So why should I stop doing that? Because if I then cut them out, I'm not as happy. And it's not, the purpose is not to be happy all the time, because that could also be an addiction. Okay, so then I have to cut these things back. But I know for certain I can come back to these things which are good for me. And not to show off, but if you like, go back. I've been shown that all on my YouTube. I've been shown that, and I will, like, for you, recall that right in a second. I know my alchemy, and I know the things that are good for me, and the things that are good for me are my supplements. Yeah, you're addicted to your supplements. Well, there is a very big reason why I do these things, because I have very big heart for everybody, and I adapt to people, and I take people's shit they're offering me. I was on the path where I was like, no, thank you, I'm not good with that. Now most people have also learned from that, and now they offer me things that probably are very good or healthy. But still, sometimes, you know, like, we take shit, and sometimes I also work with my teams. I would take shit. We take shit and be like, okay, let's freak shit. So I balance that out through the supplements, because they are freaking powerful. These supplements, they make my mind supple. They make my mind supple so I can adapt even better. Now, what are these things? These things are that I take on a daily basis. Get your paper out and write it down. Vitamin D3, vitamin B12, OPC, grapeseed extract, vitamin C, perfectly in a format of a natural resource, which would be, for example, acerola extract, L-arginine, L-citrulline, Creapure creatine, DMSO, beta-alanine, the most purified version, which is L-carnosine or carnosine, palatinose, which is a low glycemical index sugar, magnesium citrate, omega-3, zinc, MSM, caffeine. I think that's it. Sounds like a lot, right? It's a lot. But there's a reason behind it. And like, should I be addicted and put in these certain things all day in my body? Or should I participate on this ill system and be like, okay, now I'm not taking care of myself and I visit a doctor? Well, then, okay, we can cut all of these things out and be on this breatharian diet, and then, well, okay, now I say it again. Maybe it's for me. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just not capable of handling this. But I play the game of culture. This is how the shaman and the wizard can create his magic. And I just adapt to these things. And I adapt to them when the breatharian type of diet. I couldn't adapt to these things because I'm a breatharian. I'm claiming to be, I'm only this. I'm only the breatharian. And the breatharian cannot take certain things. He cannot, because then he's not a breatharian anymore, right? Zeolite minerals, yeah, I think, yeah. Well, usually I type it in for all of you people here in big capital letters. I don't know if you can speak German or if you can speak English, but there are also some videos in English. You just type in Robert Franz. This guy is like, if you want to be healthy, which is the first step of them realizing a lot of other things, because in a healthy body lives a healthy mind. If you're not healthy, like, how would you ever create a healthy spiritual foundation? I'm not saying, like, I was wrong about when I said there's fake spirituality. I was wrong about that. I was making this mistake. I'm making mistakes. I'm still human. But if you want to have a healthy avatar body, check out, like I typed in here, Robert Franz. Check that out. Check him out. You don't have to visit a doctor anymore. I mean, like, certainly maybe for, like, if you, like, break your arm pretty badly and shit, but for everything else, like, if you take care of these things, and that's the thing with it. That's the thing with it. You have to be disciplined with the things that are good for you. You have to be disciplined with these things. If you're not disciplined with the things that are good for your body, no wonder you're not feeling good. And you know, like, you see myself, I'm starting to glow. I'm starting to speak open about stuff, you know. This is why I probably do these live streams, because they help me to get into a flow. I also know how to get into flow with, like, aged urine, supplements. Oh Oh yeah, I was forgetting that. But this is not about. I mean, this is different, right? It's age urine or Shivambu urine is for me something totally different than supplements. So this is why I was not talking about it. But these live streams help me so much to speak open about the things that I'm interested in, and to help to speak my mind better and free. And this is why I basically do it. It helps me. It's good. I love it. And I don't give any damn like thought about if somebody says like, this YouTube channel will later in your life come back to you and affect you negatively because it will hold you back from doing certain things. I'm exactly, and you are exactly where you need to be. Exactly. Exactly. And these things will not negatively affect me. I know that. Even like, because the people that I follow, and the people, for example, Robert Franz, he was also like about that, because now he's on this mission for a long time. And people were like, yo, you have to be like curious about it, and you will maybe like the pharmacy will try to kill you and everything. Nothing happened really. No, he was getting into like a lot of he had to pay like a lot of different bills and everything, but because they tried to shut him down, because he's speaking truthful. He's speaking what he said, what Robert Franz is saying is true. It's helping. It's helping on a very low foundation. But most people need this low foundation because they have not a foundation. And this is why they cannot even like speak maybe as freely as somebody else do. And I'm sharing this with all of the compassion that I have for all of the different things I put together, because maybe it's not for you, but I would guess for certain we are all the same, and we are all one bigger thing. So if it works for me, it's probably working also very good for you. And this is not to say that you have to do it, but it will probably work for you if you would like to get into that. This is your life. This is your decision. It's all on you. It's all on you. I'm just, like I said in the title, I can only inspire. I can only inspire. Why would I help? How could I help? I cannot really help you. I can't. Let me tell you, I tried to help so many people. I'm still doing that, right? Still trying to help so many people. Like, I'm there for everybody. Like, sometimes like, even I need somebody else's help. Sure. Do I then reach out to somebody else and be like, hey, you know what? I need your help. Sometimes not. No, I'm not doing that. Are these people offering help? Sometimes they offer help. But you know what? What I do, especially with live streams, I offer help. I'm not even I'm not even seeing your face. Most of you people, I don't even know who you are. I don't care. If you have a quest, if I can help, and I know I cannot help because I can only be like, hey, maybe you can do this. If you do it, then it's totally up to you. So I can only inspire. Can do nothing else. Nothing. But still, very deep layer, like in this onion peeled off layer, the deepest layer. I'm about that. And I'm like, hey, I'm here for you. If you need something, let me know. But in the end, I know I have to deal with like a lot of things for myself. But it's helping. Sometimes it's the best thing is helping. Like mirroring myself with somebody else, and they can mirror me some different aspects. This is why it's maybe healing also to be with friends. Maybe I should go out and be with friends more. Now we have also Corona here, Germany. I don't know where you are. You also probably have Corona town. So it's not as easy, right? And most people are pretty much fucked up with the whole situation. So everybody's pretty grumpy. And it's, of course, this is also affecting me. Because if everybody else is grumpy, I'm maybe also grumpy. I'm like, oh shit, what's this all about? Why was that? But yeah, so it is, right? So it is. We take shit, we move on, speak our minds about it, see what it is, right? So yeah, what is it that you need and how can I help? You 5 people in the room, there's like switching people in here. There's sometimes like joining people, sometimes they're coming back. In the past, I was like, you have to write your name in the live stream and you have to rate this video, give it a thumbs up. No, I'm not about that anymore. If you have a quest, you have the opportunity to ask me. If you don't want to ask me, if I'm just blackmailing myself here all the time, I'm just blackmailing myself all the time. So yeah, feel free to ask me anything or be inspiring to me with anything. Oh, who's that? John Shamanic, waiting room, no wait. It's intention. Why would I help? Damn, isn't that spelling actually pretty much brilliant? Waiting room. No, wait. It's intention. Why would I help? Damn. I can only inspire. I'm Magick Nation. This is pretty brilliant. What's your intention, yo? I don't know. What is it that you need? Yes. Yo, by the way, you should probably all check out the 4 Owls. It's interesting, right? Instagram gets like a kind of new layout all the time. And I was just thinking like it has something to do with me because I'm like operating here and these different things. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Jesus. But that's cool, you should like check out the new single from Flip Tricks and Verbs and Mr. Slips, which is called My Wonders. I don't know if you would hear that in the background. Put it on the gram to flex their back. Oh shit. Wait. The streets are rotten and decomposing flesh. But if I play it and you really hear it also, then I might get problems later. I don't know. But either way, you should check it out. It's pretty damn cool. So there's also one last thing I also wanted to talk about. What are these people here writing on Instagram? Yeah, you know, so I try to be more in myself basically, because I think this whole what is happening here now, with this transhumanism, and trans means between, trans means different, and then we have it again, the waiting room, which is this purgatory where we are all. So we transcend. See that? We transcend um, through the waiting room into higher spheres. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I don't know these things. Something else speaking out of me. So um, transhumanism, and I think the aliens that we talked about, the parasites that I'm and everybody's working with, maybe some people are aware of them, some people are not. They make human beings behave in a specific way, which is addicted to technology. So this technology that we have here, for example, this one, is already in our bodies. So we are already the transhumans, the robots, the iRobot. But what is it? What is that makes the difference between human and robots? So we are one, we are the same, okay. No, humans, but have a soul. So the gods then gave the human a soul. And the soul is what differs from the robot and or the transhuman and the real human. And I think the further the whole process goes, it's of course it's becoming it's very slow happening. But this transhumanism will probably occur. And maybe it's just I'm speaking about it because I read something about it. What you maybe should consider is, like, again, from going from Rafa, to get out of the maze run and to read the interview by Li Hongxi at the Time magazine, which was published, I think, in 1999, which is now like 21 years ago. One of the only interviews I think that Li Hongxi, the founder of Falun Gong from Rafa, gave. It's like, ooh, this is a cult. No, you're occulted. Maybe I'm occulted. Maybe I'm just speaking about some really weird shit. But from my experience, again, I just really don't want to talk too much about it, because I would put Falun Gong Falun Dafa into falsity again. But it seems to me it's one of the most truthful techniques out there to really get like out of this maze run. And this might be right the goal, right? This is like why we're here. For the experience, okay, for whatever. To develop the soul, the spirit, like, because this is only the vessel, right? I know this is like only the spacesuit to operate with things and to do certain things. And this is probably also, you know, when I see YouTube channels, I'd see like, or even on Instagram, and it's not like per se like this, but the more likes, the more subscribers, the more commercialized somebody is, the less truthful he or she is speaking. Because these two things, like truthfulness and being commercial, Nah. How would you like connect that? And this is like probably also my problem, because I know the things that I do, I can't like make a lot of money with it. I can't. Certainly we need a lot, it's like some kind of money in this society to sustain ourselves, right? It's Moony. Moony is connected to the moon, Saturn, Salt, whatever, right? Okay, but I can stand above these things because, like I said, we would have them maybe sun, it's like moon, sun, spiraling, flat Earth. If we believe in the flat Earth, like whatever, I don't know. I believe in God mysticism, which is self-creating the realm. But if we say, okay, we have flat Earth, sun, moon above there, rotating, and we have different like outer rings from the realm, from the flat Earth. Okay, we have that, and then we have in each layer different avatar beings, and with the one single pole in the middle, which is then the real avatar everybody has here, but everybody has like different avatars in different realms. So we can connect ourselves to them, maybe. But again, like maybe I'm just a clown on YouTube Spheres talking about some crazy phenomena. And above all of this, like we cannot even see the real picture. Maybe it's laid out like this. Still, we could operate there, right? But if you really get into following ground, following data, like this is way beyond any planetary system, way beyond that, because it's the values of the cosmos. Oh, stop speaking about it. So this is probably why this channel here on YouTube is growing so damn slowly, so slowly. It's growing somehow. Yeah, yin and yang representing sun and moon above the planet. Yeah. But see this, like these whole things, they're coming slowly into public, very slowly. Of course, like if we would have like, for example, truth, society, and then truth is like this coming into society, like most people wouldn't handle that and they would break. So we have the truth is revealed very slowly. I know. I get a phone call. So, I mean, the truth is revealed very slowly into public because it would be way too much. It would be way too much for most people. They couldn't handle it, and then they break, and then we would be on the suicide road again, right? But suicide is not an option for me. Diamonds are made under pressure, yeah. Oh, shit.
Hello.
Yeah, so all of you people still in here, like 5 people, the truth is revealed very slowly into society, and the truth is probably coming, it's in you. Let me tell you this, it's in you. You already know all of this. But I wouldn't like have believed it, probably, if you've told me, and I've said that so many times, right? I'm still like, if I see my own journey here on YouTube also, I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't, because I would be like, no, that would never happen. I would never do it. But see, like how technology evolves, how I evolve, and it's in me. I'm part of it, right? I'm part of the everything. And I'm not trying to put any things down. It's like, okay, even like these aliens, parasites, I have to adapt and work with them. Integration, shadow integration, and working. I know how to get rid of these, right? I know about Shivambu, urine. I know about distilled waters. I know about like all the supplements I told you about. I know about sun gazing. I know about fasting. I know about Paida. I know about movement. And I'm doing these things on a daily basis. I'm like, and it's like, again, it's not about showing off, it's about sharing what I do to inspire. And I know that these things that I do, they are like very powerful, and they are very truthful, and they are very, um, they, they have to get out, and they have to be speaking more about, and they have to be, this is the most important thing, they have to be practiced. But like, again, it's also with the, for example, with the whole CrossFit thing, which came up like a few years ago. Like I always had like a pretty good connection to the system, to the ether maybe, or whatever. And I was like, once it came up, I was like immediately getting into that, and practicing all of this. So, and I'm like, I was inspiring a lot of people in the real world with it. Like a lot of, there's one, for example, good friend of mine who's now like very much into like lifting and everything. And is it because of me? I don't know. Is it because he just wants to do it? I don't know. But I think, like I feel sometimes that um, I'm very much inspiring to people. So um, that's how basically change is created. Change is created through doing things. And this is just what I want to share, and to remind you that things are put into the system, are put into the system because you're practicing them, you're doing them. If you're not doing these things, how would there ever be change? And again, if you have shadow sides, accept them, see them, work them out, and move on. So if you feel like it, check out Falun Gong, Falun Dafa. Again, it has nothing to do with any kinds of Nazis or whatever. Read it for yourself. Figure out stuff for yourself, because in the end, it's only for you. And now we have like a bit of more mystery again, so we enjoy these beautiful lights here. We enjoy the real magic. See this here? Some more stars. So I give you 3 more minutes to ask a quest, if you have one, or to write something in the live chat. And if you don't have it, have the need to do it, that's also fine. You can just enjoy the light here. And yeah, then we see what's happening. Whoops, right? No needs to do anything. Just being. The swastika is considered a powerful symbol in Vedic astrology. They put it in the center of the chart. Yeah, it's very powerful. That's probably why it has been misused or used so many times. Yeah, you know what's also funny? In the middle of the chart is sometimes a human which is doing like a bridge, or which is like putting his head and feet together, but in a back bend. So the back bend is also very much connected to enlightenment or to wisdom, which is maybe, if you look into my Kaleri movement strategies, I'm doing like a lot of back bends. Because you backbend basically yourself, you backbend time. Tom K, thank you for tonight's wisdom. I really enjoyed this session. Good night. Yeah, Tom K. Metatirino, Geo's light body cultivation. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for mirroring. I'd like to give you the 3 qualities of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance for you. And in these humble words, I'd like to thank you for being with me. And take care of yourself, inspire the world, inspire yourself, be humble to yourself, speak your wisdom, and stay on your Tao pathway.